like to ask the Minister for Policy and Reform what his policy is on use of enhanced salary packages for recruiting public sector workers who have skills that are in short supply.
Following the Minister for Policy and Reform, Mr Thomas.
Thank you, Mr President. There is no single policy on the use of enhanced salary packages for recruitment to the public sector for workers who have skills that are in short supply. The approach varies depending on the terms and conditions of the relevant profession, the relative shortage and the supply of the skills sought, the need to ensure the continuity of public services and the going market rates at the time. Enhancements can come in the form of golden hellos, recruitment premia or market-related pay scales.
Thank you, Mr President. Does the Minister not feel that an overall policy would be appropriate to ensure that individuals cannot actually negotiate an individual contract that perhaps would not be appropriate going forward for the public sector as a whole, and the added costs going forward for pensions, etc., for the island?
Minister.
I would hope that individuals can't negotiate contracts away from those general terms that I already referenced. Moreover, the law is changing in this respect, so a project is underway to make sure that market pay elements of all the roles in the departmental groups are reviewed ahead of the coming into force of the work for equal pay for work of equal value, part of the Equality Act in January 2020. So it's a good suggestion from the honourable questioner, and she can be assured, as can the general public, that that process is underway.
Okay.
Thank you, and I thank the honourable member for that response. With regards to individual officers recommending a certain grade, that they then perhaps get knocked back by the Department for Human Resources. Obviously, they are the professionals within the field for the job that they are advertising. I'm just wondering what remit there is within the Department for Human Resources to actually knock back officers when they know the quality and the calibre of person they require.
Thank you very much, Mr President. Again, it's a helpful question, a perceptive question. The balance between the central HR function and the employing bodies is always one that needs to be kept under review for exactly that sort of reason. So, for instance, in secondary school teaching, where there are shortage subjects, there is a scheme for paying golden hellos, but the basic salary remains the same. And in the medical profession, there is a scheme for paying recruitment and retention premia, which can either be paid as a single sum or as a recurrent basis, and that could go on through several other professions. And it's absolutely vital that OHR are on top of those schemes, at least having the information in a place to make sure that employees are not in breach of legislation after 2020, or not in breach of good practice at the moment.
Honourable Member, Mrs Paul Wilson.
Thank you, Mr President. Would the Minister agree with me that in relation to any of those schemes, or indeed any situation where a market-related incentive is paid, that the crucial thing is that it is justified and evidenced on objective grounds, so that it does not transgress the equal pay provisions?
Minister.
I agree completely with colleague member of the Public Services Commission. We need policies, we need good practices. The PIP process will help with that information and making sure the information is held, and the defence on which any employer can rely is along the lines suggested by honourable friend from Council.